Hello and welcome to Avenging Past 7. Today is day 260 of our free-to-play farming guide. And let's see, I think today might be a short video, I don't know. I'm not on a big rant today, although I wasn't on a huge rant yesterday until I was, so we will just see. No big news has come out. We're not too far away from the release of Ahsoka, and I am excited about that. Let's see. I started seeing people talk about Starkiller, or at least Sam Witwer being in Ahsoka again, and I don't know if I don't think he is. I think the Inquisitor that we see is just going to be a random Inquisitor. Maybe Barriss. I could believe if that's Barriss more than anyone else, if it's a returning character. But I think it's just going to be a brand new random Inquisitor that somehow survived this far. I don't I don't think it will be Sam Witwer. Now, would I love Sam Witwer to be in a live action Star Wars movie? I would. I would love it if Starkiller could somehow make it into Disney canon. I just don't know if he will. I don't. I don't think Disney cares enough about the Legends lore. Now, I think Dave Filoni does, but I think Dave Filoni cares more about the older Legends than the newer Legends. Um, I think Dave Filoni cares about the Star Wars that he grew up with more so than the Star Wars that came once he was working at Disney, or right on the precipice of him starting to work at Disney. I think by that point, I mean, he might have played Force Unleashed, but I think he cares much more about KOTOR or Kyle Katarn than he does Starkiller, if that makes any sense to you. That's just my thoughts. I don't have any quotes or interviews to back that up. Just my thoughts. Now, I would love to get some new KOTOR news, though. KOTOR returning will be such a cool and exciting thing if that does get to come out. I think it's supposed, or it's rumored to, I think we're supposed to have a lot more news at the beginning of next year. I think early next year, the company producing it has said that they want to have news about the game by then, which will be a really exciting week for Star Wars whenever they do release, hopefully, gameplay footage of KOTOR. What I think that I want out of KOTOR is tough to think about. I think that I want to be able to play the game similar to the Jedi series with Cal Kestis. I think that that's how I would like to play the game, with that kind of viewpoint, with that kind of action. But at the same time, I think that in the same with that, I think I would also like to be able to still have your party of characters that you're playing with, to where you have your two other AI teammates that you can switch in between at certain points. I don't think that they can. I think that they could successfully do where battles, like the turn based. I think that if they did it, I think it would work and it would sell. But I don't think that that's where gaming is anymore. I don't think it would sell as much as if they took that same story and moved it into a real time. I'm saying real time. I don't really know how you would describe it, but into a faster paced battle fighting mechanic rather than turn based. because I think that it worked really well, but I don't think that it's where large modern audiences are anymore. That's the struggle there. Now I don't want them to really change the story at all. Maybe lengthen the story. Maybe add to the story a little bit. Add some new missions in the same vein as the ones that we had before, in the same style. Where depending on the planet you are, like if you're on Dantooine, you're doing a lot more political missions of keeping the peace, settling debates, settling fights. Because I think that those were really cool, and I think that it showed a different way of being a Jedi. Maybe having a lot better. I say a lot better. A different way to join the Jedi Order. Because I think just answering some questions. And I think there was maybe one training fight with Bastila. I think that was too short of a way to join the Jedi Order. I think that there should have been more, and I think that they can do that in this game. Make it a lot. Make you actually go through trials to join the Jedi. And so I think that would be really cool. I think it would be cool to, I mean, I don't know if they would, if they could, but I mean, who's the company? Ubisoft is, their Outlaws game is going to let you go from running on the ground, walk onto your ship, control the ship up into space, fly through space, control the ship into hyperspace. I think that that's crazy, and I think that that game, depending on how they market it, will sell like crazy. I think that could easily be the highest sold game of the year, to be able to do that. Because I think even if you don't like Star Wars, that mechanic is cool and exciting, and I think that mechanic will sell the game more than I think any other idea from the game. I really think so, because I mean, a Star Wars game I don't think any Star Wars game has done that before. Any other Star Wars game, you can walk onto the ship, you look at a map, and you tell the ship where you want to fly, and then you get hit and go into a loading screen cutscene to fly to that spot, to fly to that planet. It lands, and then you take control of your character again. I think every other Star Wars game has done that. Maybe, you get to fly. The only game that's gone similar to that is Battlefront 2, where, you're in the ship, you can jump into your ship, you can fly the ship around. And please correct me if you know that I'm wrong at all. Please. I mean, and if you can correct me on any of that with the ship mechanics, I would probably go and buy that Star Wars game and play it now. So, I think that mechanic alone will sell the game. I really do. And that makes me excited for it. I am excited for Outlaws. I don't know how I feel about not being a Jedi. I mean, not every Star Wars game needs to have a Jedi. And I think that if it was a Jedi, I would probably be arguing that, well, why don't we get a game where we're a bounty hunter? So, I think having the game be, where you're an outlaw, where you're a scoundrel, is going to be really cool. And, hey, someone might come out with a mod where you get to play as a Jedi with the mod. So, maybe that'll be out there. I mean, of course, I'm going to be playing it on PC. But I'm excited about the game. I am excited. I think it's really cool. I saw an interview, or I saw I think Star Wars Theory was talking about it, reading an article. And in the article, they said that they designed the creature that is your companion in the game to be inspired. They were inspired by Jim Henson to create that creature. They wanted it to be similar to the classic Star Wars with some Jim Henson kind of puppet creature designs. And I think that that's really cool. I think that that's a great idea because when creating a new Star Wars product, you should always look to the original trilogy for inspiration, especially if you're going to be set in that time period. If you're going to be going back to, the prequel time period, you need to watch the originals and the prequels. You need to take inspiration from what was George Lucas's original idea for Star Wars. Where did he want to take Star Wars for the prequels? And how can we fit in inspirations from both? It goes back to my honoring the source material idea that I will always argue for and always say should be top priority when creating something from someone else's IP. Well, let's take a look at Grand Arena. We're in Carbonite 3. We're about 100 points away from Carbonite 2, which isn't too bad. We might be able to earn those this season. I don't really know the rating for how much skill points you earn throughout a week of Grand Arena. So let's see, what are we at? We're facing a 2 million GP account. That's not too bad. Only 2 relics, Darth Vader, Boba Fett, 2 Zetas. Doesn't he have 3? He does have 3, but he does have Merciless Massacre. Okay. And standing alone, his speed is at 224. Okay. So he has Jedi. He has Bounty Hunters, looks like. Well, not really. He has 3 Bounty Hunters, is what he has. He has 3 Bounty Hunters. He's got Boba, Bosk, and he's got Jango. Okay. His CLS is not fully built up yet. I think he just has a lot of bloat. I think I can beat him. I think I can beat this guy. I don't think it's going to be too hard. So he does have a good Darth Vader. He does have a good Darth Vader, which means if he saves him for defense, and he doesn't use him on the front 2 teams, he could take out... I'm doing the wrong thing. He could take out my Geos. But my Geos are on the back wall. Plus, I have a good team right here. I did put Yoda on there. Now, the only problem... Alright, so she's at 224. That's some pretty good speed right there. I'm happy about that speed. Padme's at 224. Yoda's at 225. Anakin's at 214. And I know Ahsoka's slow and Kenobi's going to be slow. 163. I think Ahsoka's close to 163, even having full mods. Yeah, 172. This could work. Who would he take? Who is a good counter for Padme? Let's see. Padme counters. Let's see, am I able to still look at any 5v5s? I am not. Okay. But for 3v3s, you got Qui-Gon, you got Gas, Traya, Malak. Now, these are looking at 3v3s. I think I win this. I think that I can win this battle. I don't think he had... I think that my offense can beat anything he has out there, and I don't think his offense will be able to cut through my defense. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I think I win. Let me know what y'all think down below. Does he have anything that I don't realize can beat my Padme team? I mean, possibly Vader if he throws Vader at it. But if he throws Vader, then he doesn't have it for Geos. So, it's a big brain move right there. But we will cut it right there. I do hope that y'all have a fantastic day. I hope that y'all have good matchups for Grand Arena. I really do. I hope that y'all have a good matchups, just like this account does. I think that my alt account is up against like a 3-4 million GP account, and my alt account's at like 1.6 million. I don't think I've looked for the main account yet, so I do not know. But with all that said, I do hope y'all have a fantastic day, and may the force be with you.